So for me, I'm finding a lot more value in really defining and refining what it is that I'm hyper passionate about and trying to create my life around my passions, right? Because I think sometimes I'm not going at it as, I guess, aggressively as I should be. And I think I'm leaving a lot on the table because of that. So I do find that I think that for me, I have that need to really be hyper passionate and hyper driven in my life, and to just be alive while I'm living, right? Not just trying to pay the bills or anything like that. Like, I want to love life, and I want to be extremely grateful for it. And as I grow older, I want to be just immaculately, just like a Buddhist monk or something when I'm older, and just being so abundant. That's what I'm craving. That's what I'm looking for.
I think it just depends on what kind of life you want, right? Do you want a life that's full of excitement and the unknown and going to places of self-growth that you've never been before? Or do you want a life of just paying the bills, having a family, and just want to relax and chill? For me personally, I don't see a life without passion, because there's no stimulation. I'll be unbelievably unhappy. So for me, I do build my life totally around all my passions in life.
From a personality standpoint, like if you want to break that down into the nitty gritty, I think, and this is kind of funny, I'm hearing myself a little bit in my personality. I think it's good to have a balance between what others think you might should do, and how that might benefit from you, or benefit you yourself by taking in wisdom and experiences of others. But also the core passions of who you are. You can't just do what everyone's saying. Eventually it's going to rear its ugly head anyway. So it's good to find a balance between integrating what you're wanting, what you're passionate about, but also making sure that it conforms to what's right and wrong, right? Like, make sure you're doing what's right. And so I do think certain things trump your passions. And I think if you're within those confines, if you're doing what's right, for instance, that you should absolutely indulge in those passions.
I don't think you should be a slave to your passion, because a lot of times it can, and I'm not just like, this sounds like it's like a religious thing, but it's not. I just think in general that just kind of blindly like going after your passion doesn't always lead you to the best place. I think that you kind of have to think about where you want to go first. I mean, which could be, I think it should be related to your passion in that it can kind of like point you in a direction, like, okay, maybe you want to go here or there, but I think it should all make sense.
I think you should follow your passion, but I think that you should also challenge it. So I think that a lot of people can be dreamers and can be like irrational dreamers. And so, it's like that field of dreams approach where, like, if I just build this thing, that people will just come to it and just show up. But I don't believe that's reality. I think that you really have to judge your passion with what the social climate actually needs and what will actually work in the world in reality. So it's kind of finding the balance of the two, and you can always find something that meets in the middle.
If you have something that you're really passionate about, to make it a cornerstone of your life, whether you choose to pursue that professionally, whether it's a hobby that you're really passionate about, whether it's a side hustle that you then turn into your full-time gig, there are so many avenues to explore that passion and to let that passion grow and to lead you down really interesting emotional and personal and professional paths. But I don't think that it is at all a necessity, or even something I would necessarily encourage people to do, right? The idea of follow your passion in a really archetypal, this is what I love, therefore I'm going to make it my job kind of way.
Yeah, that reminds me of the dream job question. I've been thinking about it. There's obviously two. I don't know if you can always. I think if you can, it's a lot better because you only have one life, and spending that amount of time working at a terrible thing so much of your life, it seems kind of a waste, but sometimes you have to.
Hey guys, it's Joshua.
And Austin.
And thank you guys so much for watching this hopefully awesome piece of content.
Please feel free to like,
subscribe,
and share.
And we cannot wait to see you guys on the next video.
Take care.